Hello, good morning, students. Welcome to e-learning program once again. Now we are going to learn the fifth lesson of civics, the state government. Myself, Sunil Ekar from HAL English Medium School, Ozar Township, Ozar. In the last chapter, we understood the nature of Union Parliament and Union Executive. We were also introduced to the integrated judicial system in India. In this chapter, we will study the government of constituent states or state government. In the federal system, the government exists at two levels. Federal, that is, central government works at the national level, and the state government works at the regional or state level. Now, just we have read this, the federal government, what a federal system is there. What is federal system? The government exists two levels. Okay, that is central government and state government. Central government works at national level and state government works at regional or state level. What is the federal system is there and how the structure of the federal system is there? Especially in the federal system, there are two wings, that is central government and state government. Okay. In the central government, there is the main is the president. In the central government, main is or head is the president. Under the president, there are three wings, that is legislature, executive and judiciary. Okay. We have seen in the last lesson, under the president, three wings are there: legislative, executive and judiciary. In legislature, there is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay. In executive, there is Prime Minister and the Council Ministers. In judiciary system, there is Supreme Court, then High Court. Okay. This is the central government. It works national level. And the state government, which works at the state level. In the state government, the head is governor. Under the governor, there are three wings: the legislature, executive and judiciary. Okay. In legislature, there are two wings, that is Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. Okay. In executive, the main is chief minister and the council of ministers. Okay. And in judiciary wings, there is high court and lower court. This is the federal system is there. Okay. Now background. In India, India has a large geographic expanse with a multicultural population. There is diversity in language, religion, ways of life and regional characteristics. It would not have been possible to govern from a centralized place. Therefore, the constitution has adopted a federal setup for India. It was decided to form the states on the basis of language. Accordingly, linguistic reorganization of states took place. The nature of government machinery in all states of India is the same. However, Jammu and Kashmir is an exception. Let us now study the nature of governance in states with reference to Maharashtra. Okay. Now here is given the, do you know, India has 28 constituent states, but there are 31 Vidhan Sabhas. This is because the union territories of Delhi and Pondicherry and Jammu Kashmir both have Vidhan Sabhas. Okay. Now, what is the formation of constituent states? Okay. We have given the background of this. Okay. Considering the vast geographical areas and the multicultural population of India, it would not have been possible to govern the country from a centralized place. Okay. Because a lot of Vidhan Sabhas and states are there. In addition to this, there is diversity in language, religion, ways of life and regional characteristics in India. Therefore, the constitution has adopted a federal setup for India. It was decided to form the states on the basis of languages. Except in Jammu and Kashmir, the nature of government machinery is the same in all Indias, in all our states. Okay, now do you know we have seen this box? The president in India, India has 29 constituent states and 7 union territories are there. All constituent states have legislative assemblies are there. Out of the 7 territories, only Delhi and Pondicherry have legislative assemblies. Vidhan Sabhas are there. Jammu and Kashmir, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, and Andhra Pradesh have bicameral legislature, both the houses. Okay, now state legislature. What is state legislature is there? Like the parliament at the central level, every state has its own legislature, but only 7 states in India have 2 houses, that is bicameral legislature. Maharashtra has a bicameral legislature. The members of state legislature are known as members of legislative assembly, that is MLA. Okay, or members of legislative council, that is MLC. Okay, now we have seen this. The state legislature. What is state legislature is there? Maharashtra has the bicameral legislature having legislative assembly, that is Vidhan Sabha, and legislative council, that is Vidhan Parishad. Okay, 2 houses are there. The members of the state legislature are known as member of legislative assembly, that is called as MLA, and member of legislative council, that is MLC. Okay, now we will see the legislature of Maharashtra. Legislature of Maharashtra has 2 houses, just we have seen, namely Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad is there. What is Vidhan Sabha? Legislative Assembly. This is the first house of Maharashtra legislature and comprises of 288 members. In case there is inadequate representation of the Anglo-Indian community, the governor nominates 1 member from the community in the Vidhan Sabha. Some seats are reserved for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, that is SC and ST. Maharashtra is divided into territorial constituencies for the purpose of election. 1 member is elected from each of these constituency. Tenure of Vidhan Sabha is 5 years. However, in exceptional circumstances, election can be held before the completion of 5 years. Any citizen residing in Maharashtra and who has completed 25 years of age can contest the election to the Vidhan Sabha is there. Just we have seen here the lower house and upper house is there. It means Vidhan Sabha means lower house and Vidhan Parishad is upper house is there. Members in Vidhan Sabha, 288 members are elected from the Vidhan Sabha, and in Vidhan Parishad there are 78 members are there. Okay, what is the eligibility for this Vidhan Sabha? Should be citizen of India, should be completed 25 years of age, then a resident of Maharashtra should be there. Okay, in Vidhan Parishad there is also the citizen of India and 30 years age should be completed. Okay, tenure of this is there, Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad is there, the 5 years. Okay, election of the office bearers, the speaker and the Dr. Speaker elected by the MLAs, and then chairman and deputy chairman elected by the MLCs. Okay, then the speaker of Vidhan Sabha, we have seen the proceeding of the Vidhan Sabha are carried out under the supervision of guidance of the speaker. The elected members of the newly constituted Vidhan Sabha elect the speaker and deputy speaker of the Vidhan Sabha from amongst themselves. The speaker has many responsibilities which range from the power to prepare the order of business, to carry out the proceedings of the house in a disciplined manner, or to suspend members for misbehavior and misconduct. In balance of speaker, the responsibility is taken over the deputy speaker. Maharashtra legislature conducts minimum 3 sessions in a year. The budget session and the monsoon session is conducted in Mumbai, while the winter session is conducted in the Nagpur. Okay, now we have seen this. Then Vidhan Parishad is there. It is the second house of the Maharashtra legislature, and members are directly elected from various sections of society. There are 78 members in the Vidhan Parishad of Maharashtra. Of these, some members who are distinguished personalities from the fields of literature, science, and social service are nominated by the governor. Remaining representatives are elected by the members of Vidhan Sabha, local government institution, teacher constituencies, and graduate constituencies. The Vidhan Parishad is never fully dissolved. A specific number of members retire every 2 years, and these vacant seats are filled again by conducting fresh election for those seats. The proceedings of the Vidhan Parishad are conducted under the control and guidance of chairman. In the absence of the chairman, the deputy chairman takes over the responsibilities. Okay, now just we have seen the Vidhan Parishad is there. Okay, now in the Vidhan Parishad there is the 78 members we have elected. Okay, it should be a citizen of India and 30 years age of completed should be there. Okay, indirectly elected in the following ways: distinguished personalities nominated by governor, elected by MLAs, elected from local government institution, elected from teacher constituency, and elected from graduate constituencies. It is a permanent house. Tenure of every member is 6 years. A specific number of members retire every 2 years. Chairman and deputy chairman elected by MLCs. Proceeding of the Vidhan Parishad are conducted under the control and guidance of chairman. Got it? Now, Executive Maharashtra. Executive of Maharashtra. The governor, chief minister, and the council of ministers together form the executive of Maharashtra. We have seen here. Okay, first of all, the chief or the main is the head of this executive is the governor. We have seen. The president is the nominal head at the center, while the governor is the nominal head at the state level. Just like president is the governor is also there, nominal head of the state level is there. Governor is appointed by the president and hold the office during the pleasure of the president. The governor also enjoys certain legislative power. For example, the bill passed by the Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad are converted into laws only after receiving the assent of the governor. The governor has the right to summon the session of the state legislature when the legislature is not in session but the need arises to make the law. Then the governor can issue an ordinance for the same. Now, what is the executive of Maharashtra is there? We have seen here, we have read it. The governor, the chief minister, and the council of minister together form the executive of Maharashtra. Governor. Governor. Appointment by the president. Okay, tenure holds office during the pleasure of the president. Okay. Now, The function of legislative function to give absent to bills passed by both houses, to summon the session, to issue an ordinance if required when the legislature is not in session, then the appoint the chief minister and council ministers, to appoint one Anglo-Indian members to Vidhan Sabha if required, to appoint distinguished personalities from various fields to Vidhan Parishad. Okay, now we'll see the next topic, that is the chief minister and council of ministers. The leader of the majority parties in the legislative assembly becomes the chief minister. The chief minister includes her trustworthy colleagues in the council of ministers, like the prime minister, who is executive head of the union. The chief minister is the head of the state executive. The government of the state is run in the name of governor. But in reality, the administration is carried out by the chief minister. Okay. Now, the leader of the majority party in legislative assembly becomes the chief minister. First of all, very important thing is there. Those party have majority in the legislative assembly becomes the chief minister of this party. Okay. The chief minister includes his trustworthy colleagues in the council of ministers. Though the state government is run in the name of the governor, the actual administration is carried out by the chief ministers. Okay. Now, what is the function of the chief minister? Okay. Creation of the state executive. After proving the majority, the chief minister forms her council of ministers. This is a challenging task because in order to make the council more representative, various regions and social groups, that is scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, other backward caste, women and minorities, etc., have to be accommodated. If no party secures a clear majority, different parties can come together to form the government. In such case, the chief minister has to perform the difficult task of giving a place to all the constituent parties in the alliance. The formation of council minister to give representation of various region and social groups are there, to maintain regional balance, to give representation to the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, other backward caste, and etc., to give representation to women and minorities, to give place all the constituent parties in the council in case of coalition government. The distribution of portfolios. To distribute portfolios, the elected members by constituency, political experience. Okay. Now, what is the distribution? We have read it. A distribution of portfolios. After the formation of the council of ministers, the chief minister has to distribute portfolios among the ministers. While distributing portfolios, she has to consider the political experience, administrative skills, awareness of public opinion, then leadership, equality, etc. Okay. Now, coordination between minister departments. We have seen here the distribution of the portfolios. Okay, how is the distribution of portfolios there? To distribute portfolios to elected members by the considering first of all political experience while distributing the portfolios. Okay, first of all we will see they first of all see the political experience of this member, then administrative skill, then awareness of public opinion, then leadership leadership qualities, etc. They can see here and then distribute the portfolios. Okay, then coordination between ministers and departments. Okay, the chief minister with his council of ministers are collectively responsible to the legislative assembly. The chief minister bears the ultimate responsibility of efficient administration. Absence of cooperation and coordination between departments can affect the working of the government. Therefore, the chief minister has to resolve conflicts between departments and ensure that they work towards the same goal and in the same direction. Okay, first of all, it is a very great job to resolve conflict between ministers and their departments. And then second one is the to ensure that all ministries work towards public welfare. The goal is same direction. Okay, so this is very important thing is there. Then leader of the state. Okay, leader of the state. Just as the Prime Minister leads the country, the Chief Minister leads the state. The Chief Minister has to make new policies by taking note of problems and concern of public and work towards the welfare of people of the state. The people look at the Chief Minister as the problem solver. The Chief Minister intervenes in issues facing the state and comforts the people. Maharashtra is one of the progressive states in India. The state lends the sector like education, industry, service sector, health and social security, etc. Terror attack and Naxalist, left-wing extremist movement active in certain regions are the two major challenges facing the state of Maharashtra. For a very important thing, leader of the state is there to lead the state and council of ministers. First of all, the great job, major job is there. The main job is there. Lead the state and the council of ministers to understand the problems of the people of the state and frame policies accordingly. Then to create an image as a problem solver in the minds of the people. It is the great job of the Prime Minister, Chief Minister is there, that is the problem solver is there. Okay, and very important thing is that the Maharashtra is one of the greatest progressive states in India are there. Okay, India is there. The state leads, especially Maharashtra state leads the sector like education, industry, service sector, health and social securities are there. And another dangerous issue is there, that is the terror attacks and Naxalists are there. Okay, then that is the very challenging problem in front of the Maharashtra state is there. Okay, got it, sir? All the students, I think so you know it very well. You can understand it very well. Here is given the exercises is there. Just you have to solve the question and answers in your homework notebook. Okay, thank you.